Okay, everyone. Welcome to the January 26th, 2024 weekly wins session. We're just waiting on some of our team members here in person to join us and settle in. Let's just wait for like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we can get straight to the agenda. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, in the meantime, we can go over the agenda that we have for today. So it's mostly similar except for one. Guys, try to settle in, please. Thank you. Except for one more addition to today's weekly wins event. It's going to be the last weekly wins event for January. So yeah, we're just going to be going over personal wins today. We're just going to keep this concise. It's going to be maybe 1 or 2 people. After that, we will be going over some demos from the remote education, 2 of our top 2 members of the bot Olympics, which I will be going further into detail. Up next, we'll be presenting some of their demo works. It's a bot that they worked on. It's a Telegram bot. And yeah, we will be receiving some organizational updates, education updates, communications and product updates. And finally, we'll be getting some core dev development team updates, and then finally conclusive remarks. Yeah, so yeah, we can start with the personal wins. Who's going to kick us off today? Do I have any volunteers? Or should I select randomly? Brooke, how about you? How about you come and share some personal wins with us today? So, ladies and gentlemen, Brooke is, I mean, I wouldn't even like to say agreeably, but like the smartest person in A2SV is.
So hi everyone. I don't have many wins for this week. Maybe I'll say I started training for 5K under 20 minutes along with El Shaddai. So that's going fun. Attended a visa appointment and I'm waiting to hear the results next week, hopefully. That's about it from my end. Thank you.
And you know how this goes?
No, I don't. I have to select the next person.
You have to nominate someone.
Okay.
Come out here and also what you forgot is like the recommendation part where you get to recommend anything that you came across this week. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it can be a movie, it can be a book, it can be music, it can be video games, it can be a new restaurant that you stumbled upon. Anything that you would like to recommend for our team, now is your stage.
Okay, I just started reading this book. I don't know if it's good, but I'm reading White Nights by Dostoevsky. I like it so far. And for games, It Takes Two is a good game.
It Takes Two?
It Takes Two. It's like couch co-op.
Oh, okay. Co-op, but it won Game of the Year in 2022.
Yes, that one.
Yes. Okay, now let's get to the nomination, Baruch.
Nomination, I think Yisak wouldn't mind. I think this is his moment. Come on over. Yeah.
Yisak, you've been nominated to share some of your personal wins with us. Come out here, buddy. Share some of your personal wins. So A2SV managed to publish a
I don't know. What counts as a win? I don't know. I've had a good week. I think we, as Akil, we've got a chance to go and visit some volunteer organizations, which I think was quite fun. Yeah, I've quite enjoyed it. Other than that, I think next week is going to be my last week here before leaving. So there was some prep I needed to do. I had to meet some people as well, which was going well so far. I don't know what else is there.
I mean, you skimmed through what you just said. I'm not even sure if anyone heard you. He said this week is most likely his last week in Ethiopia, and no, I mean the way he said it is just so low, nobody even noticed. What do you mean by that, Isaac? Elaborate, please.
Are there people who don't
So
watch
Isaac
the
said,
video?
yes, this week is going to be his last in Ethiopia, and is there a reason? Next week, right? Next week is going to be his last in Ethiopia, and why is that, team?
For a while, yes.
For a while.
Before leaving, I'll just say before.
Yeah, okay, it's not indefinitely then.
Yeah.
No more comments, Isaac, about that?
Hey, come on, participate.
Any guesses? He's not going to visit family members abroad, so that's one takeaway. Huh? He's what?
On a tour.
Oh, he's on a tour.
Yeah.
Oh, are you on a tour, Isaac? Is that correct?
I suppose.
A tour?
I call it that, yeah.
Why don't you tell us, Isaac? Why don't you like enlighten us?
About the travel?
Not about the travel. What's going to happen in 2 weeks, Isaac?
In 2 weeks, what's the date today? I don't know. I expect to be in London by then. That's the only difference, and I don't know. I'm excited about it. What do I share about that?
I mean, as for recommendation, you can recommend people to watch the new YouTube video we released in A2SV social media.
No, you could recommend that. I have my own Superman list.
Alrighty. Okay, Isaac, let's do nominations. One more.
A nomination. I want to go for a face I don't recognize.
Yes.
You, my friend. Next to Dave.
Who?
Who's next to Dave? Yeah.
Next to Dave. Yes. Come out here, brother. Introduce yourself. Which division in A2SV you belong to, who you are, and then some personal wins, some recommendations, and then that's it.
Okay. So I'm Rasulasi Salomon from G4A, Remote Education.
Bini, can you hear him? What's his name? Did you hear what he said? After that, he said a few things. Did you hear him? What did he say? I mean, if you didn't, I'm just going to ask him to raise his voice. You should raise your voice then.
Okay. Can you hear me now? What about now? Okay. Thanks. I'm from Remote Education Program, currently at my internship period at Skelet. And this week, I've done a brochure and a rolls up for the Disrupt Expo that's going to be held next week. And I'm helping my teammates and working when they're not comfortable to come here. And that's what I've done so far this week. And a recommendation, I watched one movie this week. It's called Migration. It's animation movie. It's good.
Migration?
Yeah, Migration.
Yes, I was watching that yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty cool movie, yes.
Yeah.
I recommend that too. It's an animation movie, right?
Okay, it's so cool.
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Okay, yeah, since we have like another session going on, I'm just going to cut the personal wins short this week. So as I mentioned earlier, on our agenda, there is something different this week, the demos, which we'll be receiving from remote education squad members. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but knew this, but there has been a competition going around for remote education members. It's lasted for 2 weeks, starting from the 1st of January until January 15th. The competition was called Bot Olympics, where G4 remote education members involved themselves in creating functional Telegram bots in in trying to secure a prize pool, right? There was a prize pool for it, like 11,000 Ethiopian per prize pool. So yes, and the top two winners are going to present their demos today. I would like to start by calling out for Abel. He's a G4 remote education member. He worked on the Lead Code Helper bot, assisting students on their Lead Code journey. And yeah, his bot was really the most impressive one out of all. So I'm just going to give the stage to Abel. Abel, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well. Okay, Abel, this is your chance. So make sure to introduce yourself, share your screen, and get right to it. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Dougie. So, as Dougie said, my name is Abil. I'm from Group 47, and yeah, let me present what I did. You can see it, right?
Yes, we can see it. Give me a minute. Let me make sure that everybody can see this. Yes, okay. Everybody can see it now.
Awesome. So, as someone say something here, let me just start the ball quickly and see what it has. So, you can like to get notified for the daily lead code challenges. You can also compare your lead code progress with others. This is not actually done, but yeah. So let's go through the information here. So let's start with this command. So you can get the daily lead code question like this. It has two buttons here, as you can see. So you can check the question detail. So this actually shows the question in a web app. It's a pretty basic one. So you can just see the question details here. And I'm also getting the question solution from a website called WalkCC. He provides the solution in 3 languages, Java, C++, and Python. So I'm also showing that here. There's also a feature that leverages the LeetCode random peak random API to get a random question. So you can do the same thing. You can see the topics here in the spoilers. You can also get the question list. So this actually displays the question as they would have appeared on LeetCode. So you can navigate and check the questions here, choose the questions that you want. So for example, if I choose the two-sum question here, you can see, you can see an additional button here. It's called a NetCode solution. So for the questions that NetCode did videos on, you can find the solutions here too. So the videos are here. I just scraped the data and put them here. So the other thing that I did is I've added a resources section. So in this resource section, for example, you can find books. So it's either textbooks or lecture slides. So for textbooks, I've added some textbooks here. You can select one of them and get the file. And for the lecture slides, I've added the A2SV lecture slides here. So you can also do the same and get the resources that you need here. The other one that I did is quiz. So this is the same as the NeetCode quiz. I just described his site. So he has quizzes on specific topics. So I scribed his quizzes section and I added them here. Let's go through this one real quick. So this one is the contents duplicate question. So let me just put in the answers real quick. So if I'm incorrect, it shows me the answer and the next question will appear in 5 seconds. So let me just do this real quick. I should have removed the delay here. So bear with me, guys.
It's okay, Abel.
Yeah, so here I've got 1 out of 5. So you can, in case you want to review the question, you can again check the question detail, also check the solution. So the other thing that I did here is the set time. So this set time, as I mentioned earlier, you can set your preferred time to get notified so that you don't have to use the daily lead code, the daily challenge command. So let me just say you can set 7:30 p.m. And it will send you that particular question, the daily lead code question in that particular time. So there's a cron job running in the background. So That's what it does. You can send a feedback. There is a section for invitation. So the invitation feature, I was going to include rewards and stuff, but I didn't. It's just a pretty basic invitation for now. The other one is we have an about to section here since it is inspired by A2SV. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So one other command is user info. So at the moment it shows a pretty basic info, but it shows you how many problems you've solved so far. You can also set your username. So I've set my username to this, but I can say, for example, to one of my mates. Sorry. And yeah, so if I do the user info now, I should be able to see Simon's progress. Where is it? Shit. What am I doing with my life, Simon? Gee, hopefully we'll be able to see Simon's product. Yeah. So this is how many questions Simon have solved so far. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I believe. I don't know if I missed anything or not, but yeah. There's a roadmap section. Yeah. So this, I added 3 resources here that people can use. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Abil. That was really insightful. So I'm going to ask for the crowd if they have any questions. Let's invite questions if there are any. Any questions for Abil on what he did? Okay, Abil. Emre has a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hi, Abel. My question is, do you have any plans to embed any generative AI so that like people can potentially get hints or have a conversation about the question with AI?
Yeah, so I've actually added that to on my GitHub. So I was going to add a personalized question suggestion and also a feedback. So if we were to integrate generative AI, we could actually give the solutions to the model and it will train on that data and give them personalized question suggestion based on their weakness and strengths. So yeah, we can definitely integrate generative AI there. Sure. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my plans. It's in my to-do.
Thank you.
Okay, Yarid has another question.
My question is, if we wanted to use this Telegram bot, where do we get it?
So yeah, the Telegram bot. So the username is, let me drop it here real quick so that maybe Dagim can share. It's called LeetCode Helper Bot. So I believe if you search it, you can find it. But here's the username.
Okay, I'll make sure to share this with everyone.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to mention real quick is it is actually deployed on DigitalOcean, but the machine, like the droplet, it's very low quality. It has 512 megabytes memory RAM, so sometimes it just crashes. So if that happens, yeah, know that it's the issue is that. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay, thank you so much, Abil. Now let's jump next up next to Dagim. Dagim Tasfeh, he was also a G4 remote education member. He worked on the Zergo delivery bot, right? I'm pretty sure he could have chosen a better name, but the Zergo delivery bot is providing delivery service to users. So one thing about Dagim is the word Dagim means secondary. So he was bound to come second on this competition. He was destined to do so. So I mean, Dagim, as a fellow Dagim myself, I know what this feels like. So yes, feel free to share your screen and get right to it.
Okay, thank you, Dagi. So thank you for giving me the chance. My name is A2SV. I am from the remote group, Remote G47, and I'm here to present you my bots that I have developed for the bot Olympiad. And let me just quickly go over the demo since we don't have that much time. So as you can see over here, we got 2 Telegram users. The first at the left side, what you're seeing is the delivery person's portal, and at the right side, what you are seeing is the customer's page or the customer's portal. Since the internet is bad over here, I just registered myself, but there's when you start using this bot, it will register you as first. You gotta choose your roles. If you want to be the customer, you will say a regular user, and if you want to be the delivery guy who wants to serve, who wants to deliver products to the customers, you will just choose this delivery guy person, and it will just give you it will give you to say like to send your phone number, and you'll send your phone number, and also you have to send your location. Then you send your location, then it will say like if the registration is successful, it will say registration was successful, and it will give you this menu bar. We can say this a menu for the delivery person. So this is for the delivery person, and this is for the customer's page. For the customer's page, yeah. So let's go over first the customer's page. As you can see over here, we have the shop now where there is products that you can order. Like there are some kind of service providers in here, like Angela, KFC, and other stuffs, other providers, but I have only those 2. So if we choose one of them, like if I'm going with KFC, these are the food products, like the food that they serve. And let me just pick the first one. Yeah, so as you can see over here, it will show us the food that you want to see, and it also tell us the description, the price in beer amount, and also the service provider. So one thing that's down over here, as you can see, is you can add pieces, you can add it to your cart, and also you can just order only this single product. Just you can order it now. So for the later, let's just add a piece to our cart, and we will add it to our cart. So as you can see, it's just updating over here. Now we have 2 products. Let's just make it 3 and add it to our cart. So it says successfully added to our cart, and we will see that how to check out what is in our cart later on. So for now, let's just order it now. So it will say proceed to checkout. For this, I have just for my bot, I have just integrated with Chapa, and you just insert your credit cards, and it will just pay right away. And let me just insert my person. So
Dagam, are you actually purchasing a burger right now?
yeah, demoingly, yeah. So it says order was created successfully, and it gives us an order ID. Maybe if your order is not delivered to you, maybe you can use this order ID to have a complaint. I don't know if you have seen this, but in the left side, the delivery, like this was the delivery bot, right? So the user was open for work, which means he got a job offer now. So as the order was created for the customer, the delivery person also got an order. Like he will get a question saying if he wants to accept the order or decline the order. So we can accept the order now, and it will share the information for both of them. Like the deliveries person profile is going to be shared on the customers, and the customer's profile and location is going to be sent to the delivery guy. As you can see over here, this is the customer's location, and this is the profile that he needs in order like to know to whom he is delivering to. So it will give him the phone number, and also he will like a message to call them, and he also gets a location. Also, the customers gets the location, the information about their delivery guy. As you can see, they get his phone number, the last name, the first name, and yeah, and it will call them in a minute. And basically, like, this is how it's going to be done. And the delivery person should call them and make the like make sure that the location shared for him is the right way, is the right location of the customer. And one thing it's also giving to the delivery guy is the orders, like the customer order. As you can see, like this was ordered, right? The name was Zing Dip. I don't know how I named this, but like it also gives the delivery guy what the product is and where to pick it up. That's one thing that I have added also. So this is mainly what happens when you are buying one product, one food only. So let's see what we basically it's the same when you are doing it from your cart. Let's just see it right now. So previously we have added this food to our cart. So as you can see over here, it's saying like we have 3 pieces that have been added to our cart, and we can check it out or clear our cart. We can check it out, like it will be the same process as the previous one. Also, we can add other products too. Basically, that's it for the cart page. And also, we have the profile page where users can see their profile. As you can see, when the show profile is clicked, it triggers a simple web app. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay. I don't know. It's not working for now. But
That's
this
okay.
is
That's okay, Dagam. So, like, due to the time constraints that we have right now, this should be enough presentation for today. I'm pretty sure you managed to convey almost all of the.
yeah. If someone wants to know much more, they can just visit the bot.
All right. So yeah, feel free to share the name of the bot here on the chat link as well.
Okay. So if anyone also can help me with naming the bots, that would be helpful.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dagam. So do we have any questions for Dagam about Zargao delivery bots? By the way, this was a really good work, Dagam. Really impressive.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, we have. Is it possible to use it anywhere at the moment, or is it still in development? What do you have to say?
It is in development. I'm trying to add more features to it, like the location and the other things. Like you can share your location, but it won't be the exact one until you share the live location of in Telegram. So I'm trying also to add this. It's system development, but they can't get it on GitHub.
All right, Dagam. Okay, thank you for the presentation. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so initially that was supposed to take around 15 minutes. It took 30. That's Ethiopia for you guys. So yeah, let's quickly jump into the organizational updates by Emre. Emre, please come here. Thank you.
In that case, let's speed it up. All right, team. So what we went over this week. So little progress on the contracts and gap payments, but we collect the data. There was another bug at Brex. It wasn't possible to add new vendors or add new accounts to the existing vendors for a while, but they fixed it in the middle of the week. Now we will be able to process this and hopefully finish this week. So we have already sent some of the versions of our annual video for 2023. For people who haven't seen it, when are we going to have the general version launched? Again.
The general version is going to be launched. I would say I don't want to post anything on the weekend, so hopefully Monday everything will be live.
Monday?
Monday.
Okay. So the Bloomberg version, Jeff Dean version, and I think some other partners. Oh, sorry, these two are already sent. Some other partners are going to be produced today. So stay tuned to see our annual video. Expo preparations are going on. I'm sure Corda members are feeling it. The time is coming. There is not much time left. One thing I would like to ask for everybody, when some of our Corda members ask for some actions from us, let's take it seriously, guys. Because this is the only weekend we have before the Expo. For that reason, if they really don't need your help, they wouldn't be asking. And if they are asking, even here we have about 50 people. And with the help of remote people, these numbers can go up. Please, let's give enough help to our core dev teams in Expo preparations. So we continue public and press speaking education. I got the second lecture this week, and these are very helpful, team. I hope in the future we will have opportunities to share. Like the information you learn is, I would say, it's not counterintuitive. Like if somebody tells you, hey, you are supposed to talk like this way, right? You would say yes. But before you know that, before you pay attention to those, you don't actually do those things by default. I am just going to share only one anecdote about the remote meetings. How do you guys take the remote meetings? Meaning, like, are you looking at the camera? When you are talking to people, are you looking at your computer's camera or the camera that is capturing the moment? Frankly speaking, I am not always looking at the camera. Indeed, most of the time, I am not looking at the camera when I'm speaking to people. And this doesn't create a nice impression on the other people on the receiving end. Because when you look at the camera, it's as if you are looking at the remote people, right? And when you're listening, you want to be looked in your eyes. So it feels great if the speaker looks at the camera. This is just one example. So there are things that I'm learning and I'm going to share, as I said, from time to time. Brian and Jordanos, they are going to go through the similar education as well. And hopefully this is going to give us 3 spokespeople for our organization. Next, Ali Abi, Mr. Ali Gürlek. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar. He was our head of operations, and then he has become our operations advisor. And now, this week officially, he's becoming our head of operations again, with one difference. This time, he is full-time. So previously, he had another part-time job. That's not the case anymore. His full attention is going to be with A2SV. And we may also see him in the near future, visiting Africa, seeing our operations on the ground, and helping us improve. Next, another news for hiring, Jordanos Asmare. I'm sure, again, many people are familiar with her. She's one of our board members, and she was our advisor. And now she's joining us part-time, 10 hours per week, as head of talent and community. So he has plenty of experience in the recruiting end, in the HR end, in the communications end, thanks to her education and work experience. And she's going to be responsible for connecting our talent with opportunities, educating our talent, and building a community around the A2SV alumni. And lastly, Bahar'dır University call. So the reason I wanted to share this one, it has a beautiful story, team. We didn't have any efforts to have somebody from Bahar'dır so far. And thanks to our remote education efforts, last year we had some students, at least one from Bahar'dır, right? 2 people. And thanks to them, now they have a community of about 80 people who want to join A2SV education, guys. We did 0 marketing efforts. We did 0 reach outs. And thanks to our remote education, there are about 80 very talented people now who are solving lead code problems. They sharpen their understanding in data structures and algorithms. So be aware of what you are doing. You are getting the attention of African people on data structures, algorithms, and problem solving. I think this is a beautiful moment, and keep it up. Thank you. So if we take a look at what's coming next week, obviously the continuing tasks are going to be executed. And there is one more item here, which is compliance paperwork. Now that Mr. Ali has joined, we are going to do some compliance paperwork to make sure everything at A2SV is up and running legally. Any questions, team? Any points you want to raise?
I have a question, Emre.
Yes.
So as head of operations, since Mr. Ali Girlek has joined us now, so what should we, like, as like part of the staff member in A2SV, what should we expect for Mr. Ali? Or how should we even contact him? What kind of help do you think we might need from him?
Yes, so like I can give you a few examples of what he is currently working on, and then this can give you an idea what's the responsibility of head of operations. Number one, he's helping us to open a virtual office space in the US. There are multiple companies that provide this service, and the reason we want to get this service is currently we are using one of our board members' home as our address in the US. And like I get the paperwork usually when I go to US, and sometimes we can be behind because I go once every 3-4 months. And if something has come with 1 month of a deadline, then usually we pass the deadlines. So this virtual office is going to help us to stay up to date on all paperwork. Next, as you know, we are looking to bring laptops from United States to here, the ones that are donated by Lifta. So we have about 28 MacBooks that are about to be on their way. So we were keeping them at Brian's place. He got some boxes to send them, and they are figuring the last details. So again, getting quotes from different companies, choosing which path is going to be the best given our circumstances, making sure that we have all the relevant paperwork to pass the items from the customs with no trouble. He's also working on this. So like operations, what else? In the future, we also want to have such kind of a channel to bring the t-shirts from Turkey to here. Like our A2SV t-shirts are produced in Turkey. And guess how they were brought to Ethiopia, guys? Yes, with my luggage. And it doesn't scale, as you may see. So he's also looking to get connected with our t-shirt producer and open that pipeline so that we are going to be able to bring these items from Turkey as well. And again, like this is just an example. In the future, remote education needs some, let's say, headsets. Shall we get it from Ethiopia? Shall we bring them from United States? Like making the calculations, seeing the possibilities and doing the right call. So literally empowering A2SV and A2SV workers, us, by providing some services, products, and education. Cool. Any other questions or points, Tim? Yes, sir. Which? So like we haven't decided on yet, but if for some reason teams have preference to have it earlier or later, it would be great to communicate with our business and product squad. You can communicate with Zelala, and soon after we are going to do the arrangement. Like right now there is no, let's say, rule of, hey, first day is core dev, second day is non-profit projects, etc. So we are going to make the mix together. And again, if the priorities are there because of the projects, for example, SkillBridge, they want to finish their first contest before the expo. Therefore, they prefer to have it on the second day. If there are such preferences, please communicate with Zelalem before the distribution is made. Thank you. Any other points or questions, team? Not like him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emre. Okay, so now let's move to Ethiopian education updates by Brooke McConnell. Why is it? Oh, okay, Brooke Sodu is not here.
All right, thank you, Ragi. Hi, team. I'm Brooke McConnell from In-Person Education, and today I'm going to be presenting the previous 2 weeks' progress and wins, and also the plans for the coming week. As you see, like we have a lot of updates. That's one because it's 2 weeks updates, and we have a lot of schools now. All right, so the first thing is we're almost the stage of kicking off the first camp. So we finalized the plan for the first camp. And it was a bit tricky this year around because the schools have different schedule for finals. As a result, we have to plan the camp accordingly with different schools, and especially for Adama, even like the Adama students have different schedule, meaning like the 4th and 5th years have the same schedule, kind of similar schedule with AAT, and the 3rd year students have a different schedule, which kind of syncs with us too. So we were trying to do some managing there as well. Next up, we have started the preparation for the camp kickoff. As you always have seen, we need to prepare the slides, some ceremonies, people who are going to give speeches and stuff like that. So we'll be fully preparing that in the coming week. Something new that we're trying, it's not actually new, but something that we'll try to improve this year round is the YouTube lecture series that we have in our channel. And the team doesn't actually have that much of experience in this regard. As a result, we need to prepare some guidelines and train the heads to do well on these lectures. And we have started that effort this week after reviewing what was recorded previously. So we have started that effort as well. Next, since the camp is coming and most schools are going to be closed, there will be some dormitory needs, and we have collected those needs as well. And for the previous 2 weeks, AAT team have been on their final breaks. Only the 2 ASTUs were running. On the Addis Ababa ASTU side, we covered 2 topics on the previous 2 weeks, prefix sum and linked list. We also managed to distribute the A2SV notebook and pens. It was a bit delayed for us too, because we couldn't get a provider that could give us the pens that we wanted. Next up, we also collected the accessory needs. Of course, some of our students are going to need some accessories to continue the education, and we have collected that as well, and we'll be providing, well, according to what we can actually provide. For Adama, we've covered sliding window and prefix sum, and we'll be covering linked list in the coming week. So the plan is to make all the 3 schools in sync after the camp. So like the topics that they are covering currently are a bit different. We're having separate contests and stuff like that. Like everything is running in separate direction. But after going through the camp, we'll be expecting them to be in sync. Yes, and for the 4th and the 5th year students, they were on their final break for Adama. Moving on to the plans, as I've said earlier, we'll be finalizing the preparation of the camp kickoff, and also we'll try to finalize the guidelines for the YouTube lecture series. And one request from the A2SV website's team is to improve the bios that we have for the students. Because like there's some standard that we want to put out on the website, and some of the bios that are stated here are not on that standard, so we have to fix that as well in the coming week. Next up, for AAT, our heads are going to be back in person at the office. They're also taking the finals, and they're attending the meetings twice a week for the previous 2 weeks, so they'll be back in person to the office. And now ASTU team is going to be on their final breaks. So we'll be seeing AS2 team twice a week on the meetings. For Adama, we are expecting to finalize the MOU signing this week. And hopefully this time around it's going to be finalized. We've been waiting for the president of the campus for a while. I think in the coming week, he might be available, so we could finalize the MOU signing. And we'll be covering the linked list lecture for Adama students. So these are the updates and the plans that we have for in-person education. If you have any question, well, feel free to ask. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Okay, now joining in remotely from Ghana, let's get some Ghana education updates from Fise. Fise, are you with us?
Yes, Doug.
Okay, take over.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So these past 2 weeks, we have had our final break. Our students were on their final exams, and we got a confirmation on the access to dormitories, but for February 7th. We asked for February 5th, but we got it for February 7th because they have to pass through a certain transition period from February 5th to February 7th when the students evacuate the dormitories. And we also have confirmation on access to the physical space for the camp and the project space. So, and also we have done the planning for the first 3 weeks of the upcoming phases. But this week we were supposed to have a monthly team event. The schedule was for this week, but we couldn't have it because of their final exams. Maybe we can have it next week. And for the upcoming plans, next week will be the final week of the final exams, the final break, and also we'll get dormitory details and share it with our team. By details, I mean which dormitories we are going to take out of all of the dormitories, and communicate that to our students so that they can clearly know where to go. And also, we have students who can't evacuate their dormitories on February 5th. And so we need a solution for the 2 days gap until we receive the dormitory. So we'll be figuring that out and solving that issue. And that's it for Ghana education wins and plans. Do you have any questions?
Do we have any questions for Ghana education? Okay, in that case, thank you, Fise. We don't have any questions.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay, yeah, now let's receive some remote education and community education updates by Yared and Felus.
Hi guys, I'll be giving you the updates and plans for remote education. So first update that we have is we finished doing the interviews for G5 remote education applicants, and we've selected our students that are going to be continuing with us. And this week we started doing interview post-processing. This is not complete yet. We're going to continue doing it in the next week as well. And also we have planned to start our education session the coming Monday, that is on January 29th. And we're going to have the kickoff then. And after the kickoff, we're going to be giving some lectures in the first week. We've planned the whole 3 weeks that we're going to continue with the onboarding phase. And we were doing rehearsal for lectures for next week. And also the past 2 weeks most of our heads or all of our heads were on final exam, not all, there are exceptions. So that was an update as well. And for second year, G4 second year students, remote students, they were preparing for the expo that's going to happen next week. And when I move to the plans that we have for next week, the first one is, as I mentioned, we're going to start our education. The onboarding phase is going to kick off next week. And to give you more details on this week, we notified all of our students that we're going to start our education. We've sent calendar invites for the kickoff, invited our guests, and created WhatsApp and Telegram groups for our students, which will be our means of communication. And also the plan we have for the next week is to have a day out for remote education hates. We've planned this almost a month before and decided to make it after our final exam. So that's going to happen next week. And also for the second year remote education students, they're going to be participating in the expo. I think most of A2SVians, like all of A2SVians are aware of this. And those are the updates and the plans from remote education side. Does anyone have a question? If not, I think it's Feruz to give us the community education updates.
Thank you, Eric. So some of the updates I have from community end. For the wins, we had our first Q&A session the last week. We had around 70 people who were registered, and about 50 of them have attended, about 40 of them have attended our live Q&A session. The other one is we opened and closed February conversion. If our February conversion was open last week, Tuesday, and it was opened on Sunday, it was closed on Sunday. And this week, we've been focusing on screening our applicants in scheduling interviews after getting availability from our students and from the heads. And we have started conducting interviews as well. So by now, all Addis Ababa's applicants' interviews have been finalized. Some of our plans for next week is we're going to continue conducting interviews. So AIT interviews and Adama interviews are going to be held next week. The other one is going to be interview post-processing. This is mainly to get the data and have the full picture and pick our students for the first camp so that February converts can join from day one. And the other one is we're going to start working on Telegram chatbot. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So, like, if you don't have any questions.
Communication updates by my boss.
Yeah. Thank you, Dagim. Okay, so from the communications end, we're mostly focused on core dev teams and trying to get everything set up for their social media. So we had pages set up for all the 5 teams and brand identities. And I think they are all like 90% done. 100% done is Adored. We also have Akil. Afrochat, we doing some few changes on them. And then Rate It, I think it'll be done this week, right? Yeah. And then Skill Bridge, also we are finalizing on that one as well. So we're kind of short on manpower because of exams and other stuff like that. So we're trying to distribute it within the teams, but we're almost there and this is ready. So from here, we also have been creating the first social media posts for the core dev teams as well. And this we are finalizing today. We weren't able to finish all of them before this meeting. So by day end, we should be done with that as well, because we were sending them back and forth for review and also having a chat with the team heads to make sure that everyone is happy. And then also we had some social media posts. We had a Bloomberg offer, and then we also had a donate post. And then we also created a very nice alumni video featuring Isaac. And then we resumed the LinkedIn partnership reach outs. We created an email sheet where we listed all the emails we have collected over LinkedIn. So we should be ready to start emailing these people and making follow-ups next week. We also tried to source out some of them from a tool in HubSpot for those who didn't give us their emails. And we chose the verified emails. And from this, we'll be having the reach outs. And then also the newsletter, we're still working on that very much, and it's still under review status. Hopefully next week we'll have something better for review and the task team can review as well. And then our plans next week, we want to make sure we finalize the post today for core dev, and then we'll have the first post next week. And then also the newsletter, as soon as it's done and under review, we'll start the brochure preparation and making sure we put it in a presentable manner, like a magazine or a report, and something that people can find on the website. And then LinkedIn reach outs, we'll focus more on sending the emails now, drafting the emails, personalizing them, and these will be sent via Emira's account. And then social media posts as usual and videos. And this time around, because we are targeting mostly videos compared to graphics, it kind of takes time. Unlike last time, we used to post like almost daily. So now the videos have to be short, have to be reviewed, and then we have to do it. So expect maybe at least 3 posts per week. And then obviously now that the month has ended, we'll do the February content plan, and then it will be reviewed and rolling by the beginning of February. I think those are weekly wins and plans. Any questions?
Do we have any questions for the communications department?
No questions. Thank you.
In that case, thank you so much, Vanessa. Let's move past to the business and product updates, which is going to be presented to us by Heo. So yeah, one thing I like about the business and product team is that they circulate their presentations between their teams. Last week it was Mary, and then the week before that it was Zalalem, and then the week before that it was Jerusalem, and now it's Heo, and then it's Muse. So that's something I recommend other teams to do as well. So like other team members will actually get a chance to present and face a crowd. So Heo, please come out here. And yeah, this is something I really want to commend your team on. Thank you.
Thank you, Dagi, for introducing me in this way. Hello, everyone. My name is Hale, and I'm here today to share our weekly wins and our plans ahead. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And here are our notable wins from the past week. We've created a complete roadmap for the remote education. We've held a continuous daily meeting with the projects in the preparation for the expo on a daily basis. And we gave a continuous review on the deliverables for the expo, including the marketing collaterals and promotional materials. We have also filtered full-time applicants from the UI UX site. 35 plus applicants have applied, and from those, only 4 passed this stage, and the interview will take place next week. And also we have hired UI interns from ASTU for some designs. And we've also continued working on the marketing strategies for all the CodeF projects. And we also helped organize and review the LinkedIn pages for all the CodeF teams. And here are our key plans we have lined up for the upcoming week. We hope to finalize the expo deliverables, as I said earlier, the promotional materials, by collaborating with CodeF and student projects. We also plan to complete the UI tasks for all the projects, including the roll-ups and the brochures. We'll make sure to continue hold strategizing sessions with the CodeF teams, and we will also help organize and review other social media pages and first posts on all social media pages for all CodeF teams. And these are the plans we hope to achieve. And last but not least, as Vanessa mentioned earlier, we have set up the pages for all the CodeF teams. So let's demonstrate our support by engaging and following these pages. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, we don't have any questions for the business and product updates. Thank you, Jerusalem. Let's proceed to the development updates. Let's invite AfroChat Stadios come out here, say a few words about what's been happening throughout the week in the AfroChat team. And here you go.
Hi, everyone. So before we start, let's take a few moments to sign up to follow the LinkedIn page and also the Telegram discussion group. You can have the QR and 1 minute. Let's everybody.
Wait, so it takes to the LinkedIn page?
Yes, this one is LinkedIn and this one is Telegram discussion group.
Okay, so yeah, everyone starts doing that now. Pull out your phone and go over to the LinkedIn page. We're going to do this for all the social media platforms, for all the teams. So yeah, take a minute to scan this and follow the social media pages. Let's start here.
Also, maybe share it with your friends and anybody.
Obviously. Okay, did you guys get it? Did everyone get it? Abid, did you?
If nobody get it, it's /company/Afrochats, LinkedIn. And Telegram discussion group, you can get it from the bots, which is Afrochats, Telegram bots, this one.
Okay, you can go over and LinkedIn, search tab, search AfroChat, and you can find it on the company section. If not, you can check the QR code right now and check it out. Let's just take 1 more minute,
right? Yeah.
Okay, you've done it. Well, you can also go to the general channel and
yeah, you can
check on that first.
Okay, so for us this week, it was prioritization of the features and working on them for the expo. And we're pretty much finalizing every feature, including the persona creator tool, where anybody can create and share their personas, kind of like the social media, and also image describer and editor, where people can send their image and get it edited in the type of specification they want, and also kind of like a description of what the image is for those who might need some clarities and some like missed points. Also, we integrated the premium chat. We're still expecting from OpenAI to give us access for the endpoint for the GPT endpoints. They're still saying they're working on it, but once we have that, we can pretty much launch out that feature. And also the same thing for Cloud 2.0. Other than that, we also finalized everything related to the news persona. There are some issues with the markdown, but we are expecting to finish this also and roll it out for the expo. Other than that, we have been working on reviewing materials like brochure, roll-ups, and other materials for the expo. We've also been working with communication team and product team to get any mislead things from our product and the descriptions. So the plans for the next week is going to be to test the mobile and Telegram mini app so that it's ready for the expo. We're going to have 2 days of testing. And also we're going to be finalizing everything related to the expo. That is the planning, how we should schedule it, and what are the how we should present, and all of that detail. Also, we plan to deploy the test version for the mobile app. We couldn't get any kind of update from Apple Store, but we should expect something from the Play Store. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Any questions?
Okay. If we don't have any questions, we can move next to adults.
So it would be great for us if everybody shared the discussion group. Check out the mini app and the mobile app. You can get that from anybody from the team and get the reviews. Tell us if there is some bugs or fixes that we need to update before the expo. So those kind of things helps a lot, especially like marketing it in every way. That is even the best way to do it. Okay. Yes, yeah. On the LinkedIn, it's going to be corrected. We had some issues. We're going to change on the corrected domain one, which is going to be Afrochat GitHub. We'll roll it out. We'll edit it on the page. From the discussion group, there is yes, there was a topic created for it. There was one topic, or we can just pin it on the discussion main channel, on the main channel. Yeah. It's a bit fishy, and people might think it's a scam if you just put the APK. It's better if you give it the link for the yeah. Both inside. Yeah. We can pin it. Yes. We can make some content and upload it.
So why am I saying? Because now everybody wants the discussion group.
Yes.
But not everybody has Telegram bots. How many people have Telegram bots? For most people, but there are some people who didn't.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, so everybody make sure to join and share it with anybody. Thank you. I don't know.
Thank you, Thaddeus. Adona. Yeah, so team, yeah, do the same thing here as well. So this is the adult LinkedIn and Telegram page. So yeah, just feel free to scan the QR code now and make sure to give them a follow. Let's take a minute to do that now, everyone. Should I zoom in, maybe? Okay. Yes, we will do that too. And let's see if it's feasible to do it from here. Darren, did you get it? Did everyone get it? Kala, did you get it? Okay, general channel then. All right.
So for the Telegram group, if you know any like women, actually not pregnant women, they can benefit from like the insights we post on the Telegram group. So make sure to promote it. So for the wins, like for adults, we have finally partnered up with Blue Hills. So yeah, it's been going on for like we've been like talking to them back and forth for like 2 months. So finally it's official. There will be supporting both adults and Hakim Hub. So we've also started utilizing them to post content on our Telegram community. You guys can check it out. We've been posting content daily right now. So make sure to quiz and did you know features. And we've also have talked to an influencer. She's the manager of Natut. She has around more than 1,000 members both on her Instagram and Facebook, and she's willing to help adults in our community building. Another thing is we have been introduced to Dr. Lemni. He's the operation manager for Itel Maternal Care Hospital. And we had the discussion today and we presented adult to him. And yeah, he's also willing to promote adult to his patients so they can test it and give us feedback. The other thing, we've changed the UI for our landing page. It has been implemented. All that's left is updating the contents, which we'll do next week. We've set up the social media accounts for adults. I think you've already seen the LinkedIn and Telegram community accounts. For the plans next week, we'll be finalizing the deliverables for the expo. We'll be addressing feedback on the one-pager, pitch deck, and brochures. The product and UI team have been reviewing it this week, so yeah, we'll address the comments. As I've mentioned, we have implemented the landing page, so next week we'll be updating the contents. We'll also be adding an Amharic version for the landing page. Another thing, we'll be testing the new features. As I've mentioned, we've implemented the quiz and did you know feature. So next week, before the expo, we'll try to we'll try to do testing and address those issues. We haven't added the contents for the quiz and did you know. We've delegated this task to Blue Health, so we'll be getting those contents next week and we'll be updating it on our database. So final thing is just attending the expo and promoting adults. Any questions? Thank you.
We don't have any questions. Thank you, Adona. Let's move next to Akil by Mahalit. Thank you, Ado. So you guys can feel free to scan the QR code. Yes. Oh, okay. Are we all doing this? Doing it again? Please, let's make sure to follow like the social media platforms. Since like for the expo, we want all the teams to have at least 100 followers, like to present to the guests or to the people who are going to be visiting them in the expo. So we might have to come for all of you guys individually to follow these pages. So if you guys don't want that to happen, you just might as well just
Yes.
scan the QR code,
Yeah.
right?
No. Okay.
So the QR code can only be read by super smartphones. Your phone's camera is not really.
Yes. So like you guys instead can go on like on the company page on LinkedIn and follow. Like
Yeah, you can just look up Akil on LinkedIn on the company.
yes, that's why we didn't put the
The QR code.
QR code. Yes.
Akil is just short and concise.
Yes.
Easy to search. easy to
Yes.
look up.
Just search Akil on the LinkedIn.
Okay, also, Vanessa is sharing in the general channel, so you guys can feel free to copy and navigate to the LinkedIn page. Okay, you can continue, Mark.
So okay, like for this week, we've been working on refining our posters, brochures, and roll-ups. We have prepared the content and give it to the UI team to update our brochures, banners, and posters, and we have done that. We have planned to do 10 on-site visits of NGOs, and we did around 16. So like we covered the NGOs that are around the ones we planned, and we got like 9 verbal agreements to sign up on our platform. 7 of them are onboarded in our platform. 2 of them already have like 2 of them only did the representative sign up. So we'll call like next week and follow up on them to onboard their interest on our platform. So we did that. Like this week, we've been going out and reaching out to NGOs to get onboarded on our platform. And in terms of implementation, we have started working on the volunteer pool, which was officially requested by our NGOs. We are halfway there, and we've also redesigned our landing page UI. So the UI is almost complete. So we'll finalize it and implement it next week to be ready for the expo. So next week we'll also do the volunteer reach outs through Telegram groups. There are like groups that have a lot of users and students, which might be a better fit for our volunteering opportunities that we have now. So we'll try to reach out to those Telegram groups and hopefully get more volunteers connected with these NGOs. We'll do follow-up calls for NGOs to bring more opportunities. So we've talked about these opportunities while we were visiting them on sites. So we'll try to curate and have the posters ready with them, like trying to find the best match, like the best volunteers for them. So we'll try to create these opportunities with them and then post it on our platform. And so we've also do follow-up calls for volunteers that were interested on different organizations like last time. So we do follow-up calls for those volunteers and see if it's a better fit for the new NGOs that we have onboarded on our platform. We'll do that, and we'll implement and finalize a volunteer pool and also the landing page and get it ready for the expo. And we'll also do the pitch deck review and presentation rehearsal for the expo. Any question?
Okay, if you don't have any questions, thank you, Mahi. Up next is Skillbridge. You know who you are.
The single place. Yeah.
Here's the QR code.
So-
You guys can take that time.
So you can find it here.
The QR code. Give them the QR code.
The QR code is for the Telegram bot. Sorry, guys. So I just placed the link here. You can search for skillbridge-edu. We couldn't find Skillbridge. Skillbridge is already taken. So we had to attach edu. So, the Telegram bot, yeah.
So you guys can go on LinkedIn and look up skillbridge.edu, and you can get access to the Skillbridge LinkedIn page.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
So hello everyone, I'm Daniel, project lead at Skillbridge. So I will be providing you with updates and plans for Skillbridge team. So as you guys know, we had a plan to onboard teachers, and we came to notice that the process of onboarding teachers will take longer than we expected. So we just decided to go ahead and review the contents within the team. Like onboarding teachers, looking for teachers has still continued. So if you guys know any teachers that are currently teaching at high school that you would like to recommend to us, so feel free to reach out to us. So this week we have been like reviewing the content we've generated. It's been going great, but like the content is bigger than like the resource we have. So we have not finalized it. It's going to be continued next week as well. But I would like to ask every A2SVians for favor here. So if you guys could spare about 30 minutes or like about an hour on a day, so we would really like you guys to review our contents and give us feedback on it. So if you guys are up for it, we're going to post some posting on Akil's platform. You guys can register through that. We can find you there. Or you can just search for Daniel around on our Slack and yeah, directly contact me if you guys are interested. So the other thing we've been working on was the contest feature. So we had a test run within the team, and we've noticed that there are some issues that we need to fix. So it has been continued throughout the week. We're almost done with it, so we're hoping to finalize it through the weekend. So yeah, moving on. National exam documentation. So we couldn't find soft copies of previous national exams from Minister of Education. So we just had to document it ourselves from exam books. So we've been doing that, and we've covered 3 years of exam content basically. And as every other team, we have been also refining our posters, banners, stickers, and brochures for the expo. So they are ready for review. We haven't gotten any reviews yet. So it would be great if you guys kind of give us reviews so that we could update them on time before they get printed. Moving on to our plan. So next week, the in-team review of the contents are going to continue. And as a expo deliverable, we're going to review our pitch deck and update them. And also the whole team is going to rehearse on the presentation of it. We're going to test newly implemented features, including contest, next week within the team, so that we could have our first contest, as you've heard Emre mention it. So yeah, next week we are planning to conduct 2 contests for natural science students and for social science students, and we are giving out prizes for that. So if you know, if you have any siblings or if you know anyone who are currently studying in high school, let them know about our application, and they can sign up and be part of our first contest. Besides that, for national exams, we have documented. We are going to generate answers and explanations for every questions, and we're going to document that, populate that on database. Besides that, we are also going to work on reviewing and updating our landing page. It's been a while since we have worked on it. We have a domain name now, so we're going to update that and publish it basically. So that's our plan. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome. Brooke.
So I was checking out the Telegram bot, and when I tried to check the run, it's telling me that I'm around 16th with 0 points. But like, how do I get points? Like, there's no description or something.
Yeah, so currently, like the Telegram bot is going under some updates. So we've had new features included, and there are things that have been changed. So the last week we are majorly working on updating new features on the mobile end. So even have been working on updating the Telegram bot. So there was some dependency on the backend side. So we're going to update those hopefully and to make the Telegram bot ready for the contest, for the expo. Sorry. Yeah. So just to answer your question though, like you have to work on questions and cover a couple of topics to earn points.
Yeah, like my question is not actually what I'm supposed to do.
But there's no explanation. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. You've gotten the comment on the mobile end as well, so you're going to address that on the mobile as well. Thank you. Any other question? If not, thank you.
If not, let's get Tibabu to give us the rated updates. And then after that, we'll go to the conclusive remarks by Mr. Albert. And rated has a Snapchat even.
Okay. Hello everyone. So my name is Dwabo and sure. Okay. My name is Dwabo and today I would like to ask you to join our Telegram bot, add us on Snap, and also follow our LinkedIn page.
It's green.
Okay. We'll be sharing it to the general channel shortly, so you guys can see it there too. Wins for this week, we continued work on personalized recommendation logic. We had a tech session with Mr. Summit, and we have updated our recommendation logic. So the recommended items that you see on the homepage of the mobile app now are much better than the previous ones. So the mobile app has been hosted on Google Play Store for internal testing. The mobile app has been hosted on Google Play Store for internal testing, and the IT team has been using it to test what we have done so far. Performance testing and improvement on the mobile app has also been carried out. We've also added restaurants and their menu items in addition to their images from social medias. So restaurant and review data cleanup has also been taking place. So trying to find images for menu items which didn't have images, and trying to find logos of restaurants which didn't have anything has also been done. Incentivization is back. So leaderboard, which was previously only on the Telegram bot, is now available on the mobile app. So top reviewers can see, people can see the top reviewers on our platform. Plans for next week. We plan to integrate Google Analytics into our local database. We also plan to finalize new features. One of these is adding a review with one click. Collecting more reviews is also another priority. So we'll be sending a message to the general channel shortly about Slack experience sharing. You guys will be required to share your experiences you had, especially in relation to food-related and dining out-related experiences. So you might be asked to share your top 10 burgers around Araf Kilo and etc. So Snapchat account for A2SV. So we urge you guys to add our Snap account and share as many image pictures as possible. That would help us a lot. And if you don't have any questions, that's it from the RAT team.
Any questions for the rated team? None.
Can you tell us, like, really how we can help? You might be a Slack channel, we may get the request, like, are you guys going to reach out to us, or what are we supposed to do? What's the action item on this?
Okay, so far it has only been reviews. So if you guys have access to the mobile app, you just give us reviews. Or if you guys have access to the Telegram bot, you just give us reviews. So now it's not just reviews, so anyone can share their experiences. So from A2SV, what we require is we have shared a sheet for all group members of G5. and heads of education are helping us get reviews from them. But from the general A2SV public, we want you guys to join our general channel. I mean, rated experience sharing channel, and then sharing your experiences so far you had with food and restaurants around Aras Kilo or anywhere. And another thing is for A2SVNs who have Snapchats, rated data population. Yep. So you guys can send the messages there too, taking pictures of the food items you had. And another thing is the Snapchat. So we know people like to share a picture of the food that they had. So we urge you guys to share that with us too, so that we can populate it into our database.
So in the Telegram bot, where is the shared experience?
It's almost done. It's under development. It hasn't been pushed to the production.
It will come there. It's not there.
Yeah, but the Slack channel, we want everyone to start populating it on the Slack channel.
Slack channel is instructions are sending us to Telegram bot. So maybe you guys, if you had clear instructions here, what we are supposed to do, that would be great. Because the first step I see is going to the Telegram bot. But now it says all shared here on the Slack. So we can maybe add an example here.
We want, for the rated up, we want reviews and images being shared to our platform, right? So we're going to add 2 features on the Telegram bot. One for you guys to share images and then write the restaurant name and the item. And then another one just to share your experience in a text format. So you could just mention my top 10 restaurants are this and this for these reasons, and you should try these items. So we'll try to convert those to reviews, actual reviews. And then for now, we introduce the Slack channel for you guys to share the message. And then our Snap account for you guys, whenever you go out and take a picture or take a snap, you could share it with us. And then we'll add those pictures on our platform. So these are the clear instructions we want you guys to follow. And then on the mobile app and Telegram bot, we'll adapt these 2 features. And then you guys could also like move on there to do.
So basically, like whenever we have some food experience, or even we don't have to have the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like we already know our top choices, right?
Yep.
If there is any food recommendation we want to make, we can write the experience.
Yep.
We can like take the photo and send. So basically, we are making the entry very easy for the feedback.
Yes,
right?
and yeah, you don't have to actually go there. It could be from a past experience. It could be from someone you know. You could see, you might see a picture of a restaurant with someone's phone. So you could try to share that as well. And then we'll also like incentivize you for every contribution you do on our platform. So that's the plan, and I want you guys to give it all your best, to add more reviews, to share pictures and experiences with us, so that we could have an actual letter we could show to the expo. That's the message from our team.
We need to find the best chocolate foods before the expo, guys.
Kind of.
Your reviews.
And we've also added like restaurants outside Arakilo, some restaurants around Bole. So you could also try to export those out. Right? Oh, that's all, guys.
Thank you. Thank you everyone in the core dev team for your presentation. So yeah, now let's get the conclusive remarks by Mr. Alper. Mr. Alper, are you with us?
Yep, I'm here. Hello, guys.
Hi, Mr. Abdul. How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
I am doing wonderful. Wait.
Yeah, the code may stay there.
Okay.
No worries. Just mute your mic so that I don't have the echo.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, hey everyone. I hope you are doing well. You're doing great. Today I'm not going to talk into deep topics or try to give you wise advices. But instead, today I'm going to talk about something very important, and something is so important that it can directly affect your professional life. Today I'm going to talk about reviewing the work that you have completed. Just consider that some of you are coding, some of you over there are creating visuals, or some of you are creating documents, writing documents, even making plans, completing a task. At the end of the day, as humans, we tend to complete our tasks and pass to the next one as quickly as possible. This is a very well-known behavior, and I'm not against it. However, as we are working with a team, as we are working as a team, we need to review our own work before submitting it to another team member or to a level that is above you. Consider that you are writing a document. If you write the document and pass directly to the, let's say, superior who is going to control the document, then you are doing wrong. Why? Because your task is not to write the document itself. Your task is to write a well-documented, meaningful, and error-free document. So that's where review comes into the scene. When you are doing your work, after completing it, whether it's a coding or a visual or a document, you should take your time to review it, because not always, almost always, I would say, we are not completing our tasks in the perfect manner. And this is not something specific to any of you. This is something specific to anybody. I do some work as well, and when I finish it, if I don't review it by myself, probably my teammate who is going to work on it will be saying that, oh, Mr. Alper didn't do his job properly. Why? Because there may be some basic mistakes that he can find. For example, I would like to give an example over the coding. When coding, you should test your product to make it free of bugs. You all know that. And how to do it? As you know, for the products, for the algorithms or codes, there are certain boundaries. For example, let's say A being in between 0 to 10,000. So basically, while you are testing your product, you should go to the boundaries, go to the edges. So considering this A, you should test it first with 0, then with 10,000. Then you can go with the in-between or intermediate numbers. The same is the case for a, let's say, visual that you are creating. When you create it, you should have your time. You should make yourself available to review it once more and make sure that everything that are required to be done are already properly done. For example, if you are giving an invitation to an expo, you should be checking if the logo is there, if the deadline is there, if the invitation sentence is there, if the call to action sentence is there. And apart from them, you should also check the visual quality as well. When you are satisfied, when you are 100% sure that this is the exact and the perfect thing to your standards that you can deliver, then you should be sending it to somebody else for the review. Melissa Stegnius is a famous mindfulness teacher and a productivity coach, and she claims her aim is to be helping people to gain clarity, time, and the energy one need to know what's important for him and to effectively produce something. She said, review is essential to evaluation, which is essential to progress. So basically, in A2SV, we are in the way to progress, to transform Africa to a better Africa. So please do your job and do it properly. Before sending any kind of output, whether it's a code or a document or a visual or a plan, please take your time to review it by yourself. And if possible, if you have the time, if you work, let's say, as I always say, in a good planned way, probably you will be completing the task before the deadline. Then just leave it for a day. Sleep over it. The next day, when you wake up, look in a different way. I'm 100% sure that you will find minor mistakes or maybe major mistakes. And I would encourage every single one of you to do this process once. Please do it. Complete a task, leave it for a day, and just rework on it and review it. And at the end of the day, let's have the next weekly meeting with people saying that, yes, you were right. I found this mistake, I found that mistake. Let's try it. I count on you. Thank you for your patience. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Alper. Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Alper. And with that, I would like to conclude the January 26th weekly wins session. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Alper.